Once a vibrant city of beauty, charm, and opportunities, San Francisco is on the verge of death. The city's population is declining at an alarming rate, and lots of corporations are closing their doors. The reasons for San Francisco's decline are multifaceted, including rising housing costs, the COVID-19 pandemic, and a growing sense of lawlessness. Will this be the end of the once-upon-a-time dream city of every immigrant? Because it's tough to understand why people are fleeing the Golden Gate. So many people believe that San Francisco will become completely desolate within the next few months, pointing to the empty streets and increasing departure rate. Others are more optimistic, arguing that San Francisco is simply going through a difficult period and will bounce back as it has done in the past, though nobody can accurately predict the course of events. But the city is no longer the same as it was a few years ago. How did the city arrive at this point within just a few years? Let's get right into it, and also the probability of its survival. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought about significant consequences, profoundly impacting lives and communities worldwide. Among the places that have experienced a massive exodus during these difficult times is San Francisco. Renowned for its vibrant culture, thriving tech industry, and picturesque scenery, the city has witnessed a notable decline in its population due to the pandemic. Another significant factor is the town's alarmingly high rate of property crime, which reached its peak in 2022 and surpassed that of any other major city in the US. Due to the constant threat of theft and the vulnerability of the residents to unprovoked attacks, they are constantly concerned about their safety and the security of their cherished possessions. As a result, residents experience a heightened sense of anxiety and insecurity. But remember, it's not normal for humans to constantly live in anxiety and fear. At a point, this will affect their mental health and can lead to death. So, as a preventative measure, many inhabitants preferred fleeing for safety and peace to living each day in fear of the unknown. Besides, the negative consequences of this act go beyond that. It has led to a drastic decrease in property values, makes it challenging to attract businesses and investments, and contributes to a pervasive sense of lawlessness and disorder. Talking about the high rate of property crime, it can be attributed to several factors. The city has many residents living below the poverty line, and for many of them, resorting to criminal activities becomes a means to survive. Worse still, there's a high level of unemployment in the region, which further motivates individuals to engage in criminal behavior. Don't forget, alongside criminal activities comes drug addiction, a prevalent issue in the city, with many addicts turning to crime to sustain their habits. The city has made some attempts to address the problem of asset crime, but unfortunately, these efforts have not yielded significant results. Increased patrols in high-crime areas by the police department have not succeeded in reducing the crime rate. Various programs aimed at assisting individuals facing poverty, unemployment, and drug addiction were put in place. However, due to insufficient funding, these programs could only reach a limited number of people. The city's unwavering commitment to addressing the needs of the homeless population has undeniably come at a cost. Public safety. One evident manifestation of this approach is the establishment of secure injection sites that aim to provide a controlled environment for individuals using illicit substances in the presence of trained medical professionals. While these sites undoubtedly contribute to reducing the spread of diseases associated with drug use, they have unintentionally sparked a surge in criminal activities within the vicinity. Striking the delicate balance between upholding the principles of harm reduction and safeguarding the well-being of the community remains an ongoing challenge. Unfortunately, San Francisco has ended up infamous for having one of the highest rates of homelessness in the country. Critics have also criticized the city's regulations, attributing the decrease in safety to them. One particular policy that has drawn attention is the capture and release policy for minor offenses. This policy allows offenders to be released back into the streets without facing any consequences for their actions. As a result, these offenders feel more empowered, and it becomes increasingly challenging for the police to effectively combat crime. The issue of declining safety in San Francisco is complex and lacks a clear solution. However, it is evident that the city's progressive policies have contributed to this problem. In order to improve public safety and prevent further population decline, the city must make challenging decisions on how to address the needs of the homeless, while also considering the concerns of the rest of the community. The consequences of this decline in safety have been extensive and devastating for San Francisco. The city has experienced a decrease in tourism, surging crime rates and limited services. Nearly a third of offices downtown are vacant, the highest of any major city in the country. Stores are closing every week as employees, especially in the technology sector, continue to work from home. All this leads to a sense of confusion, uncertainty, and a desire to leave the city. San Francisco must take decisive action to reverse this concerning trend. This entails reinforcing street policing, implementing more comprehensive strategies to combat crime, addressing homelessness in a more efficient way, and reevaluating progressive policies that may unintentionally contribute to a decline in safety. If the security situation in San Francisco does not improve, the consequences will only get worse. The city's long-standing reputation as a safe and desirable place to live will be damaged, making it harder to attract new residents and businesses. Urgent action is needed to ensure the city's safety, restore its credibility, and maintain its status as a top destination for everyone. Time is of the essence. Another significant factor contributing to the gender gap in entrepreneurship is the limited availability of affordable childcare. In San Francisco, for instance, the monthly cost of childcare can amount to $1,880 to $2,400, which exceeds the mortgage payments of many individuals. This steep expense not only hinders parents from starting their own businesses, but also places a substantial financial strain on families. Affordable childcare fees pose the most significant obstacle to women's financial security. The study found that women who cannot find reasonably priced childcare are more inclined to experience unemployment, work part-time, or secure lower-paying positions. The unavailability of affordable childcare has a significant negative impact on children. Those without access to good quality childcare are more likely to face developmental delays, behavioral issues, and low academic performance. As a result, families who cannot afford the high cost of living in San Francisco are forced to leave the city in search of more affordable alternatives elsewhere. The high cost of living in San Francisco poses challenges for organizations in attracting and retaining employees. Renting a one-bedroom condo in San Francisco costs over $3,000 per month on average, while the median price for a home exceeds $1 million. This makes it difficult for businesses to find employees who can afford to live in the city. While some companies offer relocation assistance to help employees with living expenses, this is often insufficient. For example, a company may cover the cost of moving, but it does not address the ongoing expenses such as housing, food, and transportation. As a result, some corporations choose to relocate their offices to cities with a lower cost of living. For instance, Google has opened offices in Austin, Texas, and Seattle, Washington. These towns offer a lower cost of residing while nonetheless being predominant tech hubs. The excessive cost of living in San Francisco is a pain in the neck for each corporation and its employees. Not until a lasting solution or alternative measure is put in place, San Francisco will end up empty in a few months' time. The migration has brought numerous challenges to the town, impacting both its services and economy. The declining population increases the strain on metropolitan offerings, while the loss of tax revenue makes it difficult to fund essential programs. As a result, the future of San Francisco is uncertain, as it grapples with these challenges alongside its inherent strengths. However, by implementing measures to address the cost of living, San Francisco can continue to thrive as a prosperous city. And mind you, it isn't just more youthful professionals who are leaving. Families, retirees, and those who have lived in the town for many years are also packing up and shifting away. Now let's step away from the negative aspects and talk about other petty factors that contributed to the decline. Another major reason why people are leaving San Francisco is traffic congestion. This is mainly due to two reasons. Firstly, the city has become overcrowded, with a population growth of over 10% in the past decade. As a result, the city's infrastructure is under significant strain. Secondly, the high cost of living in San Francisco forces people to spend considerable time commuting to work, leading to frustration and stress. The congestion caused by popular tourist sites in San Francisco is a significant environmental problem. The city has some of the worst air quality in the United States. Although the city is working on various initiatives to reduce visitor congestion, it remains uncertain whether these efforts will be successful. Furthermore, the traffic in these areas can be exceptionally challenging. Drivers often spend hours stuck in traffic, which can be a significant source of stress, making it almost impossible to fully enjoy life in San Francisco. An easy solution would be to construct new roads, but don't forget, the town's geography makes it difficult to build new roads. Considering all these factors, it won't be incorrect to say that San Francisco is dying. Perhaps it is merely experiencing a period of transition, while some believe that the city's problems are insurmountable and will ultimately become a ghost city. Others maintain that San Francisco remains an exceptional place to live and will eventually overcome its challenges. Only time will reveal what the future holds for this city. However, one thing is certain: San Francisco will not vanish without a fight. Its residents are renowned for their resilience and creativity, and they are determined not to abandon their beloved city. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. For more updates about countries all around the world, watch our last videos.